Good morning to all. In different ecosystems lesson, this is our third session. In this lesson, last topic about different ecosystems. Okay, these different ecosystems are divided into natural and artificial ecosystems. Okay, natural ecosystems are again divided into terrestrial ecosystems, aquatic ecosystem. Okay. These terrestrial ecosystems are again classified into grassland ecosystem, forest ecosystem, desert ecosystem, etc. Okay. Aquatic ecosystems are freshwater ecosystems, and marine water ecosystems. Okay. In artificial ecosystems like gardens, fields or crops, okay, aquarium, etc. are included under artificial ecosystems. These are naturally, okay, adopted their functional and structural units, but these artificial ecosystems are developed by other organisms like us. Okay, we developed artificial ecosystems like gardens, fields or crops, aquariums, etc. Without involvement of any other external factors, these ecosystems will develop there by own. Okay, first of all, we want to discuss about terrestrial ecosystems. What is meant by terrestrial? Nothing but land. The ecosystems present on land are called as terrestrial ecosystems. Aquatic means the ecosystems in water. Okay, the ecosystems present in water are called as aquatic ecosystems. The ecosystems present on land, it is called as terrestrial ecosystems. Terrestrial ecosystems are generally classified into three categories: grassland, forest, desert ecosystems. Aquatic means water, that is maybe a freshwater or marine water ecosystems. First of all, I would like to explain about grassland ecosystem. Okay, grassland ecosystem. Grassland ecosystem includes ecosystem nothing but there is maybe biotic and abiotic components are there. In that biotic components, producers, consumers and decomposers are there. Okay, in that grassland ecosystems, what are the producers include in that grass ecosystem are producers nothing but grass, shrubs, okay, trees, etc. Producer nothing but they can produce food by its own by doing photosynthesis. In this grassland, why it is called as grassland? The number of grass plants are more when compared to the other trees and shrubs. Okay, that's why in this ecosystem grass having dominant number when compared to other types of producers. That's why this ecosystem is named as grassland ecosystem. Then after consumers. Consumers include here what the animals they can eat the producers are called as consumers. Okay, cows, goat, sheep, then cows, goat, sheep, rabbit, grasshopper, and in this case these animals also feeded by other animals. So in these consumers also other types like rats, snakes, okay, then dogs, foxes are present. This is about consumers of grassland ecosystem. Then decomposers. Decomposers means they can live on dead and decaying matter. Children. Decaying matter. That means these producers and these consumers will die after few years, after few months. Okay, in that situation, in that dying situation, what are the organisms they can feed the dead body organ matter to clean the earth surface? Those are called as the decomposers. What are the decomposers? In every ecosystems, maximum decomposers are bacteria and fungi. Okay, in some special cases, some are added to these. Okay, especially bacteria and fungi are most common ones. Bacteria and fungi are most common decomposers in this grassland ecosystem. Okay, children. Okay, here we read about producers, consumers, decomposers present in the grassland ecosystem. You should remember these names. Okay, is there no concept behind this? Just you should remember these examples only. Okay, then desert ecosystem. Deserts occupies about 17% of land area on the earth. Okay, deserts having 17% of land on the earth. So in the desert conditions, temperature is more. So due to presence of extreme temperatures, the species present in the desert are quite variant when compared to all the ecosystems. When compared to all types of ecosystems, the species, what is meant by species? Species is nothing but the group of individuals. They are belongs to same category and they can interbreed. Those are called as species. Okay, you should remember, students, don't forget it. Okay, so the species present in the desert ecosystem are variant. That means they can shows a lot of adaptations to resist the extreme temperature. So the species are variant, okay, variant and typical in this desert ecosystem. Is it clear, students? Now what are the producers? What are the producers present in the desert ecosystem? The producers present in the desert ecosystem are grasses, shrubs. Okay. In the desert ecosystem, producers are very negligible when compared to consumers and decomposers. Okay. Consumers number is more and producers number is less. Why? Because due to the extreme temperatures. Okay. Grass, shrubs and trees, these are the main producers. In these shrubs having well branched root system is present. Root system is present, and these shrubs are having modified stems, and leaves. Why? Because students, roots are present inside the soil, so the root system is very defined and having branches, but the stems and leaves are exposed to the atmosphere, and due to the temperature content, the stems and leaves are modified, changes its nature from the original. Okay, that means the stems can store water and food in its, okay, to avoid the scarcity of water and food, scarcity means karu, okay, to avoid the scarcity of food and water. Why? Because in desert area no availability of water more. Okay, so if there is no availability of water, food is not synthesized through the photosynthesis. So to avoid these factors, stems modified into succulent stems. Okay, succulent stems means they can store water and food. Examples: aloe vera. Okay, aloe vera. You can observe aloe vera in your home. Okay, if you break the aloe vera, then you can see a gummy-like structure, a gummy-like matter present inside it, inside these. Okay, present inside these. If you break this aloe vera, these are not leaves, students. This is nothing but stem. Not the leaf. Okay, if you observe here, there is spine-like structures present on the aloe vera. These spines are nothing but leaves. Okay, is it clear? Due to the availability of less amount of water and more quantity of temperature, the stems and leaves are modified. They changes their original nature. So stem, they can store more water and food material as gummy like matter or juicy like matter. Okay, and the leaves become very small and makes as a spines, mululu. Okay, like spines. Why? Because these are reduced to spines? Because to avoid the rate of transpiration, to avoid rate of transpiration. What is meant by transpiration, students? Transpiration nothing but the process of removal of excess water from the plant body. The process of removal of excess water present inside the plant body, it is called as transpiration. But in desert area, there is no water for that plant body. So even though lack of water, maybe transpiration can occur, okay, if there is very little amount of water present in that body. If transpiration will occur, what will happen? The water present, small amount of water present inside the plant body will evaporate into the atmosphere. Later, the plant will dehydrate and get died condition. So, to avoid these problems, to avoid transpiration process, the leaf area becomes very small spine-like structure, very small spine-like structure, because to avoid the transpiration rate. Okay, examples for the succulents are Opuntia and cactus. These are the examples for producers. Then consumers. What are the consumers present in the desert ecosystem are, okay, snakes, rodents. These rodents are nocturnals. Nocturnal means, it will come in your 6th class. What is meant by nocturnal animal? The animal which can collect or feed on food during which time? That is night time. During night time only these can come out and they can collect the food and they can feed the food in the night time only. Those types of animals are called as nocturnals. So, examples for the nocturnals are rats, lizards and cockroaches. In this desert ecosystem, rodents like rats are the nocturnal consumer in the desert ecosystems. Lizards and rats play a major role in case of desert ecosystem as the consumer. Okay, along with this, another consumer is camel. It can feed on plants, that is producer, and it can store lot of water inside the stomach, children. Okay, if you observe in the anatomy of camel, the stomach having lot of water inside it. Okay, that's why camel is also called as, okay, ship of desert. Okay, not only the storage of water, it can transport, it acts as a transporting vehicle in case of deserts. That's why it is called a ship of desert. So, consumers include snakes, fox, okay, and nocturnal rodents, rats, lizards, camel, etc. Okay, these are the examples for the camel consumers. And decomposers in the desert ecosystem are thermophilic bacteria and fungi. Why I mentioned here as thermophilic? Thermo means temperature. Philic means loving or liking. So, the bacteria or fungi or any microorganism that can lead its life in case of extreme temperatures also, those are called as thermophilic. That means the microorganism can also survive in the highest temperatures. Those types of bacteria are called as thermophilic bacteria, and those type of fungi are called as thermophilic fungi. Thermo means temperature, philic means loving. Okay. So these microorganisms only can live in the desert area, okay, to resist the temperature. This is about desert ecosystem. Then after, forest ecosystem. Forest ecosystem. Forest ecosystem. Do you know the plant species present in the forest area called as with what name, students? And another question, the animal species, the animal organs present in the forest region are called as with what name, students? Those are forest ecosystem. The plant species present inside the forest are called as flora. Okay, the animal species present inside the forest ecosystem are called as fauna. Okay, fauna. Plant species, plant organism, the organism related to plants present in the forest ecosystem are called as flora, and the animal species present inside the forest ecosystem are called as fauna. Okay? Okay? Flora and fauna. Then, what are the producers? Producers present in the forest ecosystem are trees, herbs, shrubs, and other plants. Okay, then consumers like ants, flies, spiders, bugs, leaf hoppers, okay, wasps, etc. And the largest consumers they can feed producers as the food are elephants. Okay, then nilgai deer, okay, then birds, and some animals like fox, wolf, rabbits, squirrels. Okay, other types of birds are present, but in this case top carnivores like tiger and lion also present as the consumer. Why I mentioned here top carnivore? Because carnivores means they can take food from animals. That means they can take food from animals. Only animals are called as carnivores. But in this carnivores, top carnivores are the tiger and lion. Tiger and lion. Okay, these elephants, deers, okay, then bugs, spiders are included under herbivores. Included under herbivores. Why? These take food from plants only. From plants only. Plants only. Okay, these are the main consumers present in the forest ecosystem. Next, decomposers like detritus feeding bacteria and fungi. Detritus feeding bacteria and fungi. These are the decomposers in the forest ecosystem. Okay, these are the main. Then mangrove ecosystem, it is very important. Students, mangroves are also called as Coringa. Okay, why mangroves are got the name? Because mangroves means the plants which can tolerate both fresh water and marine water conditions. Those are called as mangroves. Those are called as mangroves. Mangroves also called as Coringa ecosystem. Coringa ecosystem. Why? Because it is called as Coringa ecosystem. In our AP, it is present near the Kakinada Bay. In that area, Korangi river will float towards these mangrove plants. That's why they also got the name Coringa ecosystem, due to the presence of this Korangi river. Okay, in the mangrove ecosystems, what are the producers? In that mangrove ecosystem are grass, shrubs, bushes and mangroves, blue green algae, okay. Then euglena are the main examples for the producers in the mangrove ecosystem. Then what are the examples for the consumers in that area are, okay, then fox, birds, and then Daphnia, wolf, and some animal feeding carnivores, and some protozoans also present as the consumers. Why? Because this may be included under aquatic ecosystem. Why? Because mangroves are interlinked between fresh water and marine waters. They can live between fresh water ecosystem and marine water ecosystems. Then decomposers mainly detritus feeding bacteria, detritus feeding bacteria and fungi. These are the examples for the mangrove ecosystem. Then do you know about food chain and food web? Food chain nothing but it having four trophic levels. Four trophic levels includes producer, producer. Next trophic level, primary consumer. Primary consumer. Next trophic level is secondary consumer. Secondary consumer. Next, tertiary consumer. Then after, top consumer. Top consumer. Okay, in this food chain, decomposers are not included. Okay, decomposers are the part of ecosystem, but food chain having especially 4 levels, maybe up to the tertiary consumers. These are the 4 trophic levels in the food chain. Example, grass as the producer. Take grass as the producer. If the grasshopper eat the grass, then after this grasshopper eaten by rabbit, it is eaten by wolf or fox. This is the way of representing a food chain. Okay, this is includes producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer and tertiary consumer. Do you know about food web? Food web. Food web means a web formed by 3 to 4 are many food chains. Many food chains. These food chains are interlinked with each other. Interlinked with each other to form a web-like structure. This is called as food web. This is called as food web. Up to here our chapter is concluded. Thank you students. Keep watching.